Once again, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining our monthly virtual one-stop job and resource hub. My name is G. Lamar Stewart. I am the Chief of Community Engagement here at the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, and grateful today to have two of my team members from Community Engagement with me as well, Seth Myers, who's my Special Assistant, as well as Andronna Bearfield, who is one of our Community Engagement liaisons. We want to thank each of our employers and social service providers who will be presenting today. And more importantly, we thank each of you for joining us today. And we wish you much success in your search for employment or other social service opportunities. We host these one-stop hubs every first Thursday of the month. And so we look forward to connecting with you to learn more about you, but also we hope that you're able to connect with one of these services that we presented today. And so on behalf of DA Larry Krasner and our entire executive team here at the DA's office, we wish you well in your search. Well, let's get right into it. Our first presenter today is from Wonder Spring Early Education. We're glad to have you on, Tricia McDevitt Ortiz. Your slides are up. Feel free to unmute yourself and you can begin. You need to unmute.
Okay, good.
Yep,
all
we can
good.
hear you.
Okay. It's great to be first. Thank you so much. So I'm from Wonder Spring Early Education, and we are a regional leader in providing early childhood services and school age services in Philadelphia and in Montgomery County. We have over 10 locations and we serve about 1,000 children. And I'm actually right now in our Pottstown site, where we're in the process of helping support virtual learning, and we provide infant care, early Head Start, school age care, and pre-K counts. So we have some available in Philadelphia and right outside of Philadelphia as assistant teachers, and we're looking for folks primarily who love working with children, who are intrinsically motivated in working with kids. They're full-time positions. We have some part-time positions available as well in our Wynwood location, in our Colonial school-based location. And some of the reasons to come with us, if you love working with children, we work extremely hard to offer the highest quality of care with high standards. We have a very committed to quality leadership team in Zykia Boone and Steve Katilis. Tremendous experience in providing early childhood services and school age services. Our full-time positions offer affordable medical plans, two different options of dental plans, vision plan. We offer a 401k retirement savings plan, which you can join after a year of service. And we provide a generous employer match. So every dollar that staff contribute to their retirement savings fund, we match it dollar for dollar. We have paid employer life insurance, short-term and long-term disability. And we're very excited to announce a partnership with Eastern University, where all of our staff and their spouses would receive 20% off of tuition. I have my mask hanging off of my ear. 20% off of higher education tuition. We have many, many opportunities for professional growth and a career pathway. We have staff who start out as assistant teachers and end up using scholarships to become certified teachers. Yeah, so my contact information is on the next page if you want to change the slide. And please feel free to reach out to me. If you are considering, if you're looking for employment, if you're looking for employment for a family that you're working with, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much. And good luck today. I hope everyone finds what they're looking for.
Thank you so much, Tricia, and appreciate all that you do. As always, send our hellos to Zakia Boone.
Sure will. Thank you.
I should have mentioned this on the front end to all of our guests, both presenters as well as those who are viewing. For the first time since we've been in a virtual capacity, of course, during COVID, we've normally just been running on Zoom, and people have tuned in from home or on their phones, wherever they are. But today we are hosting 6 watch parties throughout the city. And so we've partnered with faith institutions across the city, 6 of them. And so we want to give a shout out to those faith institutions, as well as those who are viewing in a socially distant way at those faith institutions. And so in the northwest section of the city, Dare to Imagine Church at 6610 Anderson Street. It's one of our watch parties. The other location is in West Philadelphia at the Felton Street Fellowship Baptist Church at 627 South Felton Street. And then in the Kensington area, New Kingdom Baptist Church, 2445 Masher Street. Then Firm Hope Baptist Church in the Port Richmond area at 2313 East Auburn Street. Also in North Philadelphia, at the Love Zion Baptist Church, 2521 North 23rd Street. And last but not least, Yesha Ministries Worship Center in South Philly, 2301 Snyder Avenue. So we thank all of our faith leaders and faith partners for opening up your doors to host our one-stop job and resource hub, or I should say to have a watch party for our one-stop hub. And we hope that those who's tuning in at the watch parties, that you'll get some great information today that will lead to either employment or some other service for you. So thank you so much. Our next presenter today is Lowe's. So I believe we have Eric Kristen from Lowe's who will be presenting. Your slides are up on the screen.
All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Excuse me one second. Let me get my camera going here. All right. Thanks. Thank you, G. Lamar and Seth. Appreciate once again you having us here on the One Stop. We really appreciate being here. And so just wanted to give a quick introduction. For Lowe's Home Improvement, we are your local home improvement store. So I'm sure everybody knows, or hopefully you've all shopped at Lowe's Home Improvement before. So we are your provider to everything home improvement or home repair. So everything from lumber, 2x4s, plywood, plants, trees, flowers, your floor coverings like rugs, carpet, linoleum, tiles, to your plumbing supplies, toilets, vanity sinks, electrical products, switches, outlets, you name it, we have it. If it goes into your house, we sell it, and we are here for the customers to take care of our customers. So we're once again, thanks for having us. G. Lamar, if you go to the next slide for us. So all of our stores are hiring right now. We are hiring seasonal, part-time, and full-time positions at all of our stores. Most likely we have a store that's close to where you live, within either a walking distance or public transportation or by car. And so some of the positions that you'll find in a typical Lowe's store include cashier, customer service, and return positions, sales floor customer service associate positions, receiving, stocking, and delivery. So this is truck unloading, stocking the shelves. We do these positions as sometimes during the day and sometimes overnight. So we have both types of shifts. Plumbing and electrical positions, sales specialist positions. These are subject matter experts. So if you're looking at a sales specialist position, let's say, for example, in the flooring department, we would be looking for at least 1 to 3 years of experience and expertise in the flooring area. So knowing all about carpets, knowing all about ceramic tile, porcelain tile, linoleum floors, wood floors, laminate floors, that sort of stuff. We also have department supervisor positions open, as well as assistant store manager positions open. And for a management position, we're always looking for somebody with some previous experience. So you would, for a department supervisor, you would need to have at least 1 year of retail experience, whether it's small box or big box. And for an assistant store manager, we'd be looking for at least 1 to 3 years experience in a larger scale, like a Walmart, Home Depot, Target type of facility for an assistant store manager. And I'm not going to go through all the locations available. We do have Lowe's stores all over the city, so all throughout the Philadelphia area and outside the city. So all around in the suburban areas of Philadelphia and even into Delaware and South Jersey areas. If you would go to the next slide again, please. All right, and of course, if you are interested in working for Lowe's Home Improvement, this slide is going to show you how to apply to our jobs. So what we want you to do is go to jobs.lowes.com. That's our careers page, and when you get to our careers page, on the left-hand side, you're going to see a search box, and then you can enter in your zip code, how far you want to travel from where you live. And then you would search out your radius from how far you plugged in, and it will show you all the open positions available at a Lowe's store close to where you live. Of course, you can always contact us. I've got all three of our emails up. So Kristen and Tracy and myself, we are all talent acquisition partners. We all have the stores in and around the city. So any of the three of us can help you out. And I'll also put it in the chat window as well. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about working for Lowe's Home Improvement. And hopefully we'll see you soon in our stores. Thanks, G. Lamar.
Thank you so much, Eric, and thank you for joining every month. Our next presenter is from Amazon, one of our new employers, and we're glad today to have Andrea Wilkerson. I believe I said that name correct.
Yes, hello, thank you, G. Lamar. As G. Lamar already said, I'm from Amazon. I am a staffing coordinator with the Workforce Staffing Department. All right, next slide, please. Okay. So I'm gonna start it off talking a little bit about our hiring process and the qualifications needed to work in an Amazon facility, whether it be one of our warehouses or a Whole Foods location. All right, minimum requirements, you must be at least 18 years old. High school diploma or equivalent is required. You must be capable of reading and speaking basic English. All right, able to stand and walk for the duration of your shift. The shift you apply to will vary depending on 4, 6, 8, or 10-hour shifts. Drug tests and background checks are required, so you must pass both in order to proceed. All right, and about the sites themselves, all of our sites, they are very relaxed dress code, whatever you feel comfortable in, as long as it is work appropriate, and comfortable shoes are necessary because you will be on your feet for the whole shift. Now, as far as the hiring process, it all starts off with an online application. You must complete the online application. All right, there are 2 assessments as part of the application. Please take your time with those and really pay attention, because if you score too low, it's a 90-day wait before you can reapply. They're not hard, but you do have to pay attention. They're pretty common sense, all right? But it's easy to get confused and put the wrong answer for some of those assessments, so please take your time, all right? When you're finished your online application, you will schedule yourselves to a new hire event or an office hours appointment. All right, this appointment is mandatory. We take your badge photo, we initiate your background check, and we also process your work authorization, and you will take a drug test at this new hire appointment. It's mandatory. Please show up with 2 forms of ID, all right? And once you pass both of your drug test and background check, you will receive a confirmation email when you are scheduled to your day 1. All right, please make sure you attend your new hire event appointment, because you will lose your shift and you'll have to go back in and redo a couple steps and select a new shift. All right, so I'm gonna talk about some of the sites we hire for here in Philadelphia. All right, we have our delivery stations. All right, what happens at delivery stations? Packages come in, get sorted, get separated into routes, and go back out. All right, these are not driver positions. You are working inside the warehouse. There are part-time and full-time schedules available at our delivery stations. Now we hire for 3 locations, all right? Out in Port Richmond, all right? We have our 2 new South and Southwest Philadelphia delivery stations, okay? Now, moving on to Whole Foods, all right? We have 3 Whole Foods sites here in Philly. What happens at a Whole Foods? You get paid to shop, all right? You'll be issued a device. A customer places an order, that order will pop up on your device. You'll shop for that order, pack it up, get it ready for delivery. This is not a driver position, right? You are working in the stores, shopping for groceries. All right, now these are all flexible schedules, which means that after you have your training period, you will be picking your own shifts, so you work when you want to. All right, these are 4-hour shifts, minimum of 4 shifts per month. All right, now, finally, our Amazon Fresh facility located at 41st and Sampson. This is a warehouse with food, all right? Products come in, they get sorted out. Customer places their order. You're going to pick that order, pack it up, get it ready for delivery. All right, important to note about this warehouse is it does have a refrigerator section, so please be prepared to work in colder temperatures. You'll need a glove, you'll need gloves, you'll need a coat. All right, any other safety equipment will be provided. Now, this facility does offer part-time flex positions, which means after your training, you'll be picking your own shifts. All right, this facility also offers full-time fixed positions, which means week after week, your schedule will remain the same. It's very important when you're applying, take note whether you're applying to a flex position or a fixed position, okay? Now, on November 19th, that's a Thursday, I will be hosting a recruitment event along with the Workforce Development Initiative with the City of Philadelphia. So please go to careerpathways@phila.gov for more information and registration information on that. All right, next slide, please. All right, now how to apply. All of our positions are posted on amazon.force.com. All right, if you apply to a position outside of amazon.force.com, we won't be able to assist you with that. That you're not applying to the positions that we hire for, okay? Now, the fastest way to learn about new positions is to text City Philly to 77088 and enter your zip code, all right? The nature of our hiring processes, positions are posted and come down quickly. It might get posted an hour later, it may not be there, all right? So quickest way to learn, as soon as the position is posted, you wanna text City Philly to 77088, okay? Now, a couple tips. Create an account beforehand so that you'll be ready to apply as soon as that position is posted. All right, they are posted very frequently, so please do not be discouraged if the location or the shift that you see is not there. All right, if you encounter any technical difficulties with creating an account or anytime during the hiring process, please reach out to our candidate support team, amazon.com/candidate support. You can chat or you can speak with the candidate support agent who will be able to help you. All right, and I urge you to please utilize your nearest career link for further assistance. All right, you can reach out to Career Link by careerpathways@phila.gov. Okay, and that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wilkerson. Our next presenter is Container Research Company and Flextron Industries. Sarah Stein, glad to have you on today, and welcome to One Stop.
Thank you so much, G. Lamar, and to the District Attorney's Office for the opportunity to speak today. I am speaking on behalf of 2 sister companies, Container Research Corporation and Flextron Industries. Container Research Corporation manufactures shipping containers used by the aerospace and defense industries, specifically for shipping components needed by the military, such as helicopter blades, rotor hubs, things like that. Flextron Industries works in tandem with them by manufacturing the cushions that line these shipping containers. So together, both companies, same ownership group, not one subsidiary to the other. We do have positions open at both companies of all levels, everything from unskilled labor at entry level to upper management. We do work with the U.S. military directly, as well as with defense contractors you have likely heard of, such as Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Sikorsky, and so on. We are an essential manufacturer because we work for the defense industry. We remained completely open during the first COVID shutdown and will remain open if things shut down again. We do offer a complete benefits package consisting of medical, which includes reimbursement of half the yearly deductible is paid by the employee, dental, vision, flexible spending account, tuition reimbursement, 401k, paid time off, 10 paid holidays, including your birthday, and both companies do pay weekly. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit more about the openings that we have available at the two companies. At Flextron, we have production worker roles open in all three shifts, first, second, and third. First shift running 6 a.m. to 30 p.m. Second shift running 2:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Third shift running 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. Production worker role is unskilled entry-level labor. You are working with your hands to do cushion fabrication. The process is not automated. It's all done by hand. Anyone who has a strong work ethic and doesn't mind standing on their feet for 8 hours at a time is certainly welcome to apply. We are also hiring for a quality control inspector at Flextron Industries to inspect the cushions once completed. At Container Research Corporation, we have a much wider range of positions currently available. We are currently hiring for a mechanical assembler to put together the boxes, the shipping containers I mentioned before. Sheet metal experience is certainly a plus. We are hiring for 2 inventory clerks. Any kind of pick and pack experience, anything like that would be great. Production utility, similar to the production worker at Flextron Industries, this is an unskilled labor position. Anyone with strong work ethic, ability to stand on feet, more than welcome to apply. This is basically plugging any holes that need filled, filling in anywhere on the production floor where assistance is needed. We are hiring for a security guard. We are also hiring for a number of second shift positions, second shift maintenance technician, second shift metal shear saw operator, second shift CNC press brake operator, and a second shift CNC programmer and machinist. Getting into a little bit more of the high level positions available at Container Research, we are hiring for a QA mechanical inspector, a welder fitter, a maintenance lead, a lead CNC programmer machinist, and at the even higher levels of management, we are looking for a supervisor for our weld shop, a supervisor for our sheet metal assembly shop, and an overall plant manager. So as stated before, we are currently hiring at all levels, whether you have manufacturing experience or do not. We certainly encourage you to apply. As stated before, we remained open during the shutdown. We have been in business since 1959, so long longevity, contracts with the government. We're not going anywhere, good job security. If you want to go to the next slide, I will tell you in order to apply, you can send your resume directly to resume@crc-flex.com, whether applying to a position at either company. If you have a question about any of those positions, feel free to email me directly as well. You can reach me at sarah.stein@crc-flex.com. And again, thank you so much to G. Lamar and the whole District Attorney's Office for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you so much. And again, glad to have you on. Our next presenter is from My Independence at Home, Romaine Jones-Wise. Good to have you and good to see you as always.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Again, thank you, G. Lamar and Seth, for the invitation. Very happy to be here today. I am Romaine Jones-Wise, HR Director at My Independence at Home. We are currently looking for caregivers for our home care agency. We are very, very excited about the great things that are happening at My Independence at Home right now. We were just named Philly Top 100. We ranked 46th in the fastest growing businesses in the city. And we just received notice that we were awarded Best Veteran Owned Business in Philadelphia. So we are very excited about the things happening at My Independence at Home. You can go on to the next slide. As I stated, we are a home care agency based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We service all surrounding counties, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery. And we're looking for caregivers that are excited about the work that we do. We provide care in the homes for the elderly, those with physical disabilities, and those that have been diagnosed with intellectual or developmental disabilities. So currently we have openings for personal care attendants, certified home health aides, and certified nursing assistants. All shifts are available: days, evenings, overnights, weekends, on call only. Kind of, you can make up a schedule with us. So we're very flexible if you're currently in school or you're pursuing other business ventures outside and looking for something to supplement income while you're working on other education or work endeavors. We just want reliable, compassionate people, and we offer you a ton of benefits for rostering with us. We can go to the next slide and we can discuss those in detail. So why work with us? We want you to have a rewarding work experience. There are a ton of home care agencies out there, but there's no place like My Independence at Home. We treat our caregivers like family. We treat our participants like family. Our CEO is one of the most dynamic women you'll ever meet, and her heart is as big as all outdoors. She will stop what she's doing to make sure our participants have what they need and our caregivers have what they need. You'll see listed here, we pay weekly. We offer overtime pay and holiday pay. We have different bonus sign-on structures available up to $500. For eligible caregivers. We offer a ton of free PPE. We have PPE coming out our ears, so we will make sure your hands are covered, your face is covered, and you're always sanitized. We offer health and wellness insurance, ample paid time off, ongoing training and development, and the intangible benefit of having support, appreciation, and open communication with an agency. I can't stress that enough. I hear some really horror stories from caregivers with experiences that have not been so pleasant with other agencies. They can't get anybody on the phone. They're not getting paid for the hours they work. That is not the experience with My Independence at Home. You have open access to a live person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are always readily available to assist. And we're also taking on new participants. So if you have a family member or if you are currently receiving care through another agency and you're not satisfied with the care that you're getting, I encourage you, come over to My Independence at Home. Check us out, see why we're different, see why we're winning awards, hands over hand. We are the place to be. We love what we do and we take great care of our folks, both participants and caregivers. For those that want to apply, the process is seamless. It's very quick. It's very easy. If you go on to the next slide, you'll be able to see you can apply online with us in under 5 minutes. If you go to our website and click on our careers tab, our initial application might take you 2 to 3 minutes, and it can be done from your mobile device. Once you've done your application, we have a turnaround time of about 24 hours to get back to you. And then we do everything virtually, your interview, your orientation, and your onboarding process. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your home to become an employee with us. We can do everything remotely. I encourage you to take the opportunity, apply online. If you have questions and not sure if home care is right for you, feel free. Give me a call. We can discuss kind of the ins and outs. If you don't have the training, we can point you in the direction of some training programs here in the city that we partner with. But it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to give back to the community and be a healthcare hero. You'll see our contact information listed here. My direct contact information is also there. Feel free to call me, email me, text message, whatever you need. I'm more than happy to answer questions. And I look forward to meeting anyone interested in opportunities with working with us. Thank you again, G. Lamar and Seth. Always excited to be here and looking forward to future virtual career hubs.
Thank you, as always, Romaine. Of course, you are certainly one of our favorite presenters, and we look forward to seeing you next month. So put it on the calendar.
We'll be there.
All right. Our next presenter is from Temple Cares Bridge to Employment. I believe we have two presenters, Jameer Jones, and I want to say this right. It's either Alicia or Alicia Williams.
Yes, sir. You're correct, Alicia Williams.
All right.
Yes, and good afternoon. Many thanks. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Many thanks to the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office and all of you for having us here today. And of course, a special hello to my Dare to Imagine Church family, which is one of today's watch sites. My name is Alicia Williams. I'm a program coordinator with the Intergenerational Center at Temple University, but you can call us Temple IGC for short. And I'm here today with my colleague, Jameer Jones. And Temple IGC has served the Philadelphia community for more than 40 years with various community outreach initiatives. And two of our current programs are E3, provided by Temple University, as well as the Temple Cares Bridge to Employment program. Now, and please, if you could advance to the next slide, sir. Thank you so much. E3 stands for Education, Employment, and Empowerment. And it's a workforce development program that serves people ages 16 to 24. You can have a high school diploma or not, or you may or may not have a GED or high set. And people eligible for E3 can be out of school or out of work, or have history with the the justice system. And as a similar program, we have our Temple Cares Bridge to Employment program. However, to be eligible for that program, you need to be ages 17 to 21 old and have your high school diploma, GED, or high set credential. And now Jameer will tell you more about our job opportunities that we have present with both programs.
Thank you, Alicia. Hi, everybody. My name is Jameer Jones. I'm the intake specialist with Temple Cares Career Training Program. And we are basically just a career training program geared towards connecting young people, around the city to careers in healthcare and medical industries. And the way we do that is through our 3-track program, which provides professional development, skills training, and what we call paid work experience. We offer 3 training fields where individuals can get certifications in, and they are the nurse aid training, where they would get a nurse aid certification, EMT training, where they would get an EMT certification, and the medical records, where they would get 2 certifications, one for electronic health records, which means that you'll be able to properly manage healthcare databases, and one for certified medical administrative assistants, where you will be able to properly record patient information into healthcare databases. So, like I said, 3 training programs where they get certifications in. And then after they complete their training, we offer what we call paid work experience, where they will work as interns with some of our partner employers. And then after that, we help with a career coach connect you to different various employers within the city. And then I'll pass it back to Ms. Alicia.
Thank you so much, sir. And so to apply for E3 provided by Temple University, you would reach out to me, and my number is 215-204-3199, or you can reach me at alicia.williams@temple.edu. And to apply for Temple Cares, please reach out to Jameer via email, and his email address is jameer.jones@temple.edu. Also, will be present throughout today's event if you would like to reach out to us in the chat regarding any questions. And our colleagues, Andre Jenkins and Amanda Smith, are also present for Q&A. And thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you again, Alicia and Jameer, for that presentation. Just want to remind those who are tuning in or just tuning in, we have several locations throughout the city that are hosting watch parties. Our faith leaders, that are faith partners, I should say, that we've partnered with. There are 6 of them throughout the city. Dare to Imagine Church in Northwest. Major greetings to Reverend Dr. Kevin R. Johnson, the Felton Street Fellowship Baptist Church, New Kingdom Baptist Church under Pastor Daniel Jackson, Firm Hope Baptist Church in Port Richmond, Love Zion Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Clarence Wright, and Yesha Ministries Worship Center in South Philly. under Bishop Robinson. We thank you all for opening up your doors to host a socially distant watch party for our one-stop hub. We're already getting pictures from those watch parties, and so major greetings and hellos to all of those who are tuning in from those watch parties and those locations, and all those who are tuned in today. I just want to give a greeting. We have representatives from State Representative Joanna McClinton's office, who's also on, Hope Foy. Glad to have you on, and please send our greetings to State Rep Joanna McClinton. We'll continue on to our next presenter, which will be the School District of Philadelphia. Latika Robinson, glad to have you on today.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, G. Lamar, as well as Seth, for inviting the School District of Philadelphia today to the virtual job fair. Again, greetings to everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much in advance for your interest and opportunities with the School District of Philadelphia. My name is Latika Robinson, and I am the Manager of Recruitment and Selection for the School District of Philadelphia. And if you could please advance to the next slide for me. A little bit about the school district. Our mission is to deliver on the civil right of every child in Philadelphia to an excellent public school education and ensure all children graduate from high school ready to succeed, fully engaged as a citizen of our world. We are the 8th largest district in the nation, so we're a very large district. We have over 19,000 plus caring employees within the school district. We are probably the 4th or 5th largest employer in the city of Philadelphia, as most of you know. Our schools and employees work together with parents, families, volunteers, and community members to deliver on the civil right of every child in Philadelphia to an excellent public school education. I'm so sorry, was I muted the whole time?
No, we can hear you very well.
Okay. If you can go back to the slide. For the current job openings, I'm just going to go over some of the most urgent positions we're hiring for, but just as just a little background here, we are hiring for a couple hundred positions on our webpage. So we do have positions open currently in schools, as we will be going to a hybrid model within the next 2 weeks, where students K through 2nd grade will be attending school in person. And we do have the rest of our staff working remotely. We also have central office administration roles in our 440 North Broad Street location downtown. And then we also have positions, again, that are remote. So our current job openings include the following: the special education assistant position. A special education assistant position is responsible for providing one-to-one support to students diagnosed with disabilities, whether that be an intellectual disability or multiple disabilities. The position is full-time and is represented by a union and does offer full benefits. We are also hiring for a student climate staff position, which many folks may have known as a noontime aide position. That position is currently reporting in person. The position is 3, 4, or 5 hours, and the starting pay for that position is $14 per hour. It does offer benefits depending on the number of hours you take on in the position, and the position is 3, 4, 5, or 6 hours a day. We are also hiring, again, for the general cleaner position. The general cleaner position is a custodial position that's responsible basically for the upkeep and housekeeping of schools. The position is full-time and does pay around $30,000 a year annually to start, and does offer full benefits. We are definitely also hiring for our transportation department for bus driver positions, as well as bus attendant positions. And those positions are responsible for transporting children to and from schools, as well as to after-school opportunities or activities in the after-school hours. And those positions are part-time, 5 and or 6 hours. And some of the positions do offer benefits through the union. We also are, of course, hiring for teacher roles of different certification, from elementary, middle school to high school certification, as well as CTE programs, which could include cosmetology, mechanical, engineering programs. And also we're hiring for counselors and therapists, nurses, and school psychologists. For the school district as a whole, minimum requirements will be a high school diploma for all positions, or a GED. So for information on those positions, we'll go to the next slide in a moment. We will tell you about which position requires different levels of education. All positions require a minimum of an oral examination with a member of the recruitment team, and a combination of either a written examination or a performance task, which is handled by our testing team. Next slide, please. How to apply. All of our applicants will need to go to our website. It's very easy to remember. It's www.workinphilly.com is our webpage for school-based support positions. So if you visit that webpage, you'll find all the positions I listed and additional positions for school-based support positions. The district careers webpage for positions that include central office teaching roles as well as school-based roles is jobs.philasd.org. Again, that's jobs.philasd.org. And then if you have questions, you can email a member of the recruitment team and we will get back to you within 24 hours at jobs@philasd.org. That's our general recruitment box for any questions. And to learn more about the school district as a whole, you can visit our webpage at www.philasd.org. Again, that's www.philasd.org. And then my contact information, again, my name is Latika Robinson, and I am the manager of recruitment for the school district, is lrobinson@philasd.org. If you have general questions, you can again email the jobs inbox, but if you would like to reach me, I'm at lrobinson@philasd.org. And that completes my presentation. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me in the chat boxes. I'll be online again for another 20 or so minutes. And again, thank you, G. Lamar and Seth, for your invitation today to the virtual job fair.
Latika, thank you so much, and thank you for your presentation. Our next presenter, we're really grateful to have on today, one of our Philadelphia council members, Council Member Helen Gim. Glad to have you on today, ma'am. Please unmute yourself when you have a chance.
Thank you so much, G. Lamar. And hi, everybody from the great city of Philadelphia. I think it's such a pleasure to see people who are on here who are looking for some of the most exciting jobs in the best city in America. And I'm Helen Gim. I'm a city council member. I represent the whole city at large. And I would, I really welcome you to just thank you. I know these are hard times and uncertain times for a lot of people, but I think what you just heard from Ms. Robinson and what you're going to hear from the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office is that there's a wide range of employment. Philadelphia is eager to get back to work, and it's eager to put you to work. So it's also, if you're not from here, we've got a lot of we have a lot of high expectations that you are not only going to become, you're not only going to grow to love the city, you're going to truly become a Philadelphian. That means celebrating everything. If you, everything from, our fantastic love for democracy and justice, and that's what we're fighting for right now today, to a celebration of all of our wonderful, diverse corridors in our city. But today, I'm really glad that I got a chance to follow Ms. Robinson, in part because the School District of Philadelphia is the reason why I'm on City Council. We worked long and hard to try and get our city institutions back up and running, to really invest in communities and young people. And I know you're here because you care, and because a job is a way to transform a city and a country that really needs it. And so I really just want to thank everybody for taking a leap of faith, for putting yourself out there. We are reviewing and will closely review every single application, but we really just want to encourage you right now to just keep the faith and keep applying and find support. Reach out to our council offices if you have questions about anything about the city. I'll be a relentless cheerleader, and especially if you're not from here, I'll be even more relentless with you about loving our city. So thank you, G. Lamar. I really appreciate the work that the District Attorney's Office is doing just to lift people's spirits and remind them there's a whole world out there and we're trying to build it.
Councilmember, thank you so much for taking the time to give remarks and to greet our listening audience and, of course, our presenters. And thank you for all of that you do, and both in council, but also on the ground. And so we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Our next presenter today is Irene Council Grant from OIC Philadelphia. It's been a while, but great to see you, Miss Irene.
Hi, how are you? I am so happy to be here, guys. Listen, I just want to encourage everybody. There is jobs out there. Do not get discouraged. We want to help you find the best fit for you. So at Philadelphia OIC, we have some great trainings. I know you're probably saying to yourself, oh man, who wants to go into training? But these trainings are very short and they get you to where you need to get to. Trainings like this got me to where I am. So I just want to let you know what we got to offer. At Philadelphia OIC, we have tuition-free classes in culinary arts. Look at that, 12 weeks hybrid learning. So half of the class, you'll be in the building. Half the class, you'll be online. We have guest service professional classes. Only 4 weeks is 100% virtual. So you'll be sitting in the comfort of your own home learning guest service professional. If you are a person that like customer service, if you like greeting people, if you like talking, if you like doing any type of office work, anything, that's the class that you will want to be a part of. BankWorks. This is for the person that had their special skill in finances. If you are a person that loves working with money, then BankWorks is the one you want to be with. That's another hybrid class. You'll do 2 days in the classroom and you'll do 3 days in the comfort of your own home. It runs for 8 weeks. And again, all of these classes that I'm telling you about have job placement assistance with them, okay? So you're not gonna be left alone. After you get this training, you're not gonna be left alone, okay? Then we got solar paneling installation. Because that right there is something that you have to do on the outside, it is a hybrid learning class. You'll do 2 days in-face learning, then you'll do the other days actually a virtual learning. Now, the solar paneling installation class, you have to be able to climb a ladder at least 50 feet. So if you're not the type of person that want to be outside in the weather, or if you just cannot climb a ladder carrying things that maybe 50 pounds, that would not be the one for you. But there's a lot of young people out there that is interested in this. So even if it's not for you, listen, tell somebody about it, right? All right, the next thing we had is our drone pilot certification class. Now this class is a wonderful class. I know people are probably saying drone pilots, what can you do with that? Well, if you look at the aerial views of Philadelphia, or if you watch movies and you see some of the aerial views going around and we're looking at weather and all that stuff, listen, those are the classes that you will want to take if you're interested in learning how to do the drones. It is a very, very short class because it's the beginning parts of you getting your certification for the drone pilot. But if there's something that you want to go a little further with, then we would put you in the right direction with that, okay? Now, all the classes, again, that you have just seen, you have to have your high school diploma or your GED. If you do not, you're still in good hands, okay? Because Philadelphia OIC has a high-set GED program, and we want to help you get to the next level of your career, right? And so listen, it's very important. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how old you are. You're going to need at least your GED. So if there's something that you're interested in, please give us a call and we will help you get started. Our SOAR program, great program, which is a re-entry program. The re-entry program actually, it assists those who are returning citizens 18 and older back into the community. So if they've been incarcerated at any time in their life and they just have been finding it kind of hard to find employment, then that's what we want to do. We want to help you guys. We want to give you a case manager. We want to give you a stipend. We want to help you get back into the workforce. So we're going to get you training. You'll have somebody that will definitely be there for you when you have to make certain meetings or what have you. So if you need that type of assistance or know somebody that needs that type of assistance, come on down. If you got somebody 18 or older sitting on your couch and you want them to get up and do something, tell them to contact me. You can go to the last slide. That's how they would get in contact with me. You can hit me up on 215-236-7700, extension 325, or you can email me at iCounsel, that's like IC Counsel, but that's my last name, iCounsel@philaoic.org. And listen, I look forward to seeing you guys. Good luck with your job search.
Thank you so much, Ms. Irene Council Grant, and always glad to have you on. Our next presenter is SEPTA, Mr. Greg Branch. Glad to have you on, sir. Your slides will be up on the screen momentarily. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the invitation. Okay, you can start the slide. Don't know if it will show. So basically, and I'm not sure, I didn't send the slide, it was sent by someone on our staff. We are definitely in a hiring mode. SEPTA's been, like everyone, going through changes right now, certainly with the pandemic, and our ridership has suffered significantly since probably the middle of March. But we're kind of on the rebound now, and we've been back in hiring mode here at SEPTA for probably steady for the last 4 months or so. I'm the director of recruiting, and I'm speaking on behalf of, we have about 9 recruiters here for various jobs throughout the authority. We're currently operating or looking to hire operators for our buses. We hire approximately 16 to 30 bus operators every month without fail. And we do that because of the number of routes that we run and the number of vacations and transfers that we have on an ongoing basis throughout the authority. We're a large company here in Philadelphia, one of the longest standing companies here, and we're one of the few companies that offers a pension plan. So it's a very secure and growing and fast changing operation, but one that's very important to the Commonwealth and to all of the counties here in Philadelphia. We're also looking for maintenance custodians, and especially now with COVID-19 and how it's been affecting everyone. So we are in dire need of maintenance custodians to clean our stations, our headquarters office here at 1234, and other locations that we have throughout the city. We also have a need for skilled trade population. So we're looking for people with skilled trade abilities, people like welders, electricians, track journal helpers. Our track journal helper position is an entry-level position. So if you're not a skilled welder or an electrician, that's one way to get into the company. And then everything here with our hourly population is a union position. So you're allowed to transfer after approximately 6 months to a year. We also have a white collar workforce, and we're looking for various jobs. We are doing what's called strategic hiring right now. So we're hiring positions that we desperately need to keep the authority running. So you can see some of those white collar positions by going to our website, www.septajobs.org. Most of our bus operator positions, custodians, and hourly positions do require either an assessment test or a hands-on test that you would take here at the authority. So once you apply for the job online, we see that you're a qualified applicant. You'll get an email instructing you on how to schedule yourself for that test. The assessment for the bus operator and the maintenance custodian can be taken from home in the comfort of your own home. All other exams and testing will take place here at 1234 Market in our testing center, which is located on the mezzanine here. Once you leave the exam, you find out the result of your test. So it's a passing score, hopefully, and then you're immediately scheduled for an interview. The recruiter will contact you and will schedule you either for an in-face interview or a virtual interview, depending on what you would prefer. But we are able to do both. With all of our jobs, actually, you must pass a physical. So we have a medical facility here, so you will take a physical, and you also have to go through a background check. We have a new element to our background check now, which we think is great and has helped many, many people to get on board with SEPTA. So in the past, say going back to 2018, if you had a felony or any other criminal conviction on your record, that you'd be precluded from working here at SEPTA. That's no longer the case. What we do now is what's called an individualized assessment, where we look at a bunch of other different factors in relation to the offense that was committed, when it was, what the age of the applicant was at the time of the offense, how that offense may or may not relate to the position that they're applying for. And we basically put a second set of eyes on it. And we have a pretty good solution or passing rate for many people that may have a background issue. So that's a program that we started approximately 2 years ago, and we're very proud of that background process. But we are in full hiring mode. Again, bus operators, custodians, skilled trade, and several white-collar positions. If you have any questions, my email is there, gbranch@septa.org. And of course, I'll remain on the call for any questions that you might have. And thanks for the opportunity to be here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Branch, for your commitment to One Stop and for joining each month. And we appreciate all that SEPTA is doing for the city of Philadelphia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next presenter today is the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. David Oliver, good to see you today, and thank you for joining our virtual hub.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for having me, Mr. Stewart and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. I represent the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. We're a city agency. It's been around since 1951, and we're the only city agency that actively fights discrimination on all fronts. On various different levels. Could you proceed to the next slide, please? So some of the things we do, we have the Fair Housing Commission within the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. We have the Compliance Division within the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. And we have the Community Relations Division within the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations. With the Fair Housing Commission, we enforce all of the city's laws regarding landlord-tenant disputes. So we handle evictions, illegal evictions. With the COVID-19 pandemic going on, it's actually illegal to evict somebody. If you are renting from someone, your landlord must have valid, at least these two valid documents. Otherwise, he or she is prohibited from renting property in the city of Philadelphia, and that's a renter's license as well as a certificate of rental suitability for each property. And we enforce those laws. We enforce discrimination. So if you feel like you've been discriminated against in public or in private property, we enforce those laws. Also, we have the Compliance Division, which like Mr. Branch was speaking about, it forbids most businesses in the city to ask if you've been convicted of a crime before a conditional offer of employment has been made. So that's actually a form of discrimination. Most businesses in the city are not allowed to ask you, have you been convicted of a crime before they offer you a job? If that happens before a conditional offer of employment has been made, you can file a complaint with our office. We also have the dispute resolution program, and we help with neighbor disputes and disputes among community members with businesses and trash in different areas of the city. Like I said, I'm in the Northwest Division, which covers the 5th, 14th, 35th, and 39th police districts, although we have CRD reps that cover the entire city. Can you proceed to the next slide? Thank you. Again, with the Fair Housing Commission, with the pandemic going on right now, it's illegal to be evicted. Also, if you've been experiencing issues related to the pandemic, your landlord is not allowed to charge you late fees. So there's a lot of different rules with regards to what's going on right now that may or may not apply to you. And if you feel like you've been, your circumstances fall within this category, could you repeat to the next slide? you could contact us by post at 601 Walnut Street, Suite 300, or phone, fax, and this is our website. So if you believe that you have a dispute regarding your landlord-tenant issue, discrimination of any kind, and various community relation issues, disputes with your neighbors or anything like that, please feel free to give us a call. We're still working. We're not doing face-to-face interviews and mediations and things like that, but we are still working over the phone and by Zoom meetings and such. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Oliver. Appreciate all the work that you do. Our next presenter is Jeffrey Abramowitz. Glad to see you, sir.
Hey, G. Lamar, how are you? Thanks, everybody. So unlike other people that are on the call today, similar to OIC, we are not an employer. We are not promising any jobs, and we don't look at employment in the world that we live in as the ultimate goal. The way we address things is looking at a career, and we want to help you find a career. So the Looking Forward program in Philadelphia is a reentry program that takes people where they are. It provides a really holistic approach at working with men and women that have something in their background. And it doesn't have to be recent. It could be things that happened years ago that may now be standing in your way of getting a job or finding that one spot that you're really happy in, the thing that you love to do. So we work with roughly 300 employers in the Philadelphia area that are really passionate about helping our people find that career pathway, that next step. And we do it in a really simple way. The easiest thing to do is really just to come to us and say, we need some help. And I'm going to share that information and that phone number in the next slide. But we try to provide very comprehensive services because we know that finding a job isn't always just the answer that people need. It certainly helps, but how about those other things like housing and clothing and sometimes food and nutrition or addiction services, or maybe it's just talking through an issue that you have that you need some guidance on. And that's what Looking Forward Philadelphia is really all about. We partner with our Philadelphia Probation and Parole System, all our halfway house systems, and so many partners in Philadelphia because we realize that we can't do it alone, that it really takes a village to help the men and women that have been touched by our justice systems. And we really want to help you figure out what your next step is going to be. We're located at 16th and Cecil B. Moore. And although our offices are only seeing people by appointment only, we're virtual. So it's really simple. All you need to do is hop on a webinar or a Zoom conference call, and you'll be able to chime in on many of the workshops that we have, including resume building and job matching, where you'll get paired with a job developer and see what you really want to do and what's available in our job base that we have. So we have a lot of other programming that's online, and a lot of the men and women you'll be talking to have lived experience. They've walked in your shoes, they've gone down that road before, and they know what the challenges are that you're going to be facing. Some of the other programs like work ethics and interviewing skills and job coaching, as well as even a yoga program and a sober minds program, a motivational Monday, how to start your own business. These are all free. As my office says, they're free 95. They don't cost you anything at all. To get more information, you can go to the next slide. It's really simple. You can reach out to Looking Forward, and the number is 484-533-7002. Or you can log on to or send us an email at lookingforwardphila@gmail.com or even lookingforward@jevs.org, either one, and that'll get you there. We're located in the heart of North Philadelphia. We are privately funded. We work with so many organizations, and in the last year, I'm really proud to say that we've placed more people in jobs since COVID-19 has hit than ever before. And that's because there's really a need in the labor market. The need is out there. People just need direction. So from resume building and making sure that your resume is rock solid to finding that job that you really want, all you need to do is reach out to us, and we'll be glad to help you. Again, it's Looking Forward Philadelphia. And if you want to give us a call, it's 484-533-7002. Our workshops are every single day of the week, and there's one number. So if you call us, we're going to send you over our Zoom schedule of workshops, and it's really easy to access. So I look forward to connecting with everybody. And G. Lamar, thanks so much for having us on.
Thank you so much, brother. Great to see you. And thank you always for the work that you do. Just before we go to our next presenter, I do again want to just give a shout out. We have 6 socially distant watch parties that's going on throughout the city. Some of our faith partners have opened up their doors for our virtual one-stop job and resource hub hosted each month by the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. And we have watch parties right now going on at the Dare to Imagine Church under leadership of Reverend Dr. Kevin Johnson up in the northwest section of the city. Felton Street Fellowship Baptist Church in West Philadelphia, New Kingdom Baptist Church under the leadership of Pastor Daniel Jackson over in Kensington, Firm Hope Baptist Church in Port Richmond, Love Zion Baptist Church in North Philadelphia under leadership of Reverend Dr. Clarence Wright, and Yesha Ministry Worship Center in South Philly under Bishop Robertson. Thank you again. And all those who are tuning in, whether it's at home or on your phone or at the watch party, we have more presenters coming your way. So thank you again for joining our one-stop job and resource hub. Our next presenter is from Veterans Multi-Services Center. I'm gonna mess this up, Joe. Joe Michael.
Close enough.
Did I get it right?
All right. Unfortunately, Frank Bilbao, my program director, is not going to be here today, so it's just me. So I'm the employment specialist for the Homeless Veterans Reintegration Program. We're a program that's run by the Veterans Multi-Service Center. We're a nonprofit. We're right at the corner of 4th Street underneath the bridge. We help veterans who are trying to transition and look for work. We also provide housing services. Can I get the next slide, please? Okay. In order to qualify for my specific program, you have to be a veteran with 1 day of active duty service. You have to live in Philadelphia County. You have to be either homeless or at immediate risk of becoming homeless, which means, basically you're going to be on the street within a month. And and the last thing is you must not have been dishonorably discharged. So if you were honorably discharged or other than honorably, you qualify. So, and then I can find you a job. But we also have other services. The next slide, please. No. Specifically resume building, which are the first and third Tuesdays of every month at our location in Edison 64. We also have skills training, job placement, which is what I specifically do. We offer case management services and transportation. If you need clothing, we do that. If you need housing, we also do that. We also provide referrals to our VA connections, wellness services, VA benefits counseling, and we give you help if you're filing a VA disability claim. So yep, just if you stop by the building right now, tell them you're looking for the HVRP guys. They'll give you my card, and I'd love to help you find a job. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe, and appreciate all that you do. Thank you for tuning in or for sharing today. Just before we go to our next presenter, we're grateful today to have with us one of Philadelphia's progressive faith leaders, the senior pastor of Mother Bethel AME Church, Reverend Dr. Mark Tyler. Thank you for joining, sir, and feel free to unmute yourself and give brief.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Greg, Lamar, and just happy to be here in any capacity. Can you give me a little info on who I'm talking to?
Absolutely. So we have a listening audience for those who are tuning in for our one-stop job and resource hub, which we host, of course, every month here in Philadelphia. And we have several watch parties going on throughout the city. at several faith institutions: Dare to Imagine, Felton Street Baptist Church, New Kingdom Baptist Church, Firm Hope, Love Zion, and Yesha Worship Center, and then a host of people who are watching throughout the city of Philadelphia. So just wanted to take a moment to greet you and have you and give a quick word and greeting to those who are job seekers.
Yeah, well, listen, first of all, thank you for all the work that you do. And, I see you out there, especially when it's not easy on the scenes where families are grieving in a moment of great pain. And so, I really do appreciate you and your ministry and your vocation, how the two come together. This is a whole new part of what you do that I was unaware of, and I'm really happy to know that this is something that you're also a part of. People, it's a very popular expression that you heard from a lot of prominent clergy. They talk about, you know my glory, but you don't know my story. That expression really just says that, you kind of know where I am now, but you don't know how I got here. So I can just simply say in this moment that I appreciate any kind of effort that's trying to help people get on their feet and take advantage of opportunities. People will see me at Mother Bethel and, the PhD and all those kind of things, which are nice. But I was certainly one of those young people in Oakland, California, that thought I would be dead or in prison by the time I was 21. And trust me, I was doing everything within my power to help that come to fruition. And so when I had my own awakening and I was able to turn my life around, it really was what helped facilitate it were persons like yourselves who are on this call who extended for me opportunities that I didn't know. Community college in Oakland, which led to opportunities in Atlanta to go to undergrad at Clark. But along the way, every step of the way, there were persons like the speaker who was on before me. And I just want to say, maybe not only to encourage those folk who are seeking, but to those who are providing the help. I do know that sometimes it can feel as though the work that you're doing is in vain and people don't appreciate it. But trust me, as a person who has survived all of that, that what you do is important. And maybe like in the words of the story of Jesus with the 10 leprous men, where he healed 10, only one came back to say thank you. You may only get 1 out of 10 to come back and say thank you, but your work is not in vain. And so I'm just, again, proud that anything that Mother Bethel can do, Greg, let us know. We have a ton of professionals, folk who are always trying to help, 20 plus attorneys in our congregation, doctors, everybody who wants to somehow find the time in this moment to help. So if the faith community of Mother Bethel can be a part, we certainly want to be there for you too. So thank you for letting me speak for today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tyler, and I appreciate your advocacy, activism, and the work you do, of course, at Mother Bethel. Our next presenter today is Interim Healthcare, Jackie Ferguson. So glad to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me back. I really appreciate it. I won't be too lengthy with my presentation. My name is Jackie Ferguson. I'm the recruiter here with Interim Healthcare. We are a home healthcare company, and we've been around for more than 50 years. We have offices throughout the United States. Our office, we specifically cover all of Delaware County, all of Chester County, as well as all of Philadelphia, with the exception of the Northeast. So if you could go to the next slide for me, please. So I'm here for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, to let you know that there's a service that we provide for our community. A lot of our senior citizens, individuals with disabilities, or individuals that just need help in their home, it's out there for you. A lot of individuals aren't even aware that this service exists. So if you go through your insurance company, or if you don't have insurance, the Department of Aging can help you walk through that process. But you can also contact our office. So senior citizens, and I have a list of these services up there: dressing and grooming, bathing assistance, shopping and errands. You need someone to help you cook or prep your meals or take you to the doctor's office. That's what our caregivers are there for. And a lot of our community, like I mentioned before, they're not even aware that this service exists, or they don't know whether or not they qualify for this service. So I just wanted to kind of remind everyone to communicate with your grandparents, communicate with your family members, disabled, senior, whatever the case may be, just to explore that option. A prime example, I have a very close friend of mine who's helping her mother with her disability. She helps her around the house. There's things that she's not able to physically do herself, so she needs help. And she's a caregiver. So I bring that up to mention, you don't have to be certified. You may have experience as a caregiver and not even realize it. A lot of us are nurturers by nature. And that's something that I'm willing to look at and discuss with you because, you know, again, a lot of us have family that we're taking care of because they need our help and our support, and that's what we're supposed to do. But you can also get compensated for it. So I'm just putting it out there. That's a service that a lot of people, again, don't realize they're eligible for. So I just wanted to put that out there. So our, what we're hiring for, I say caregivers, you might hear direct care support, direct care worker, home health aide, personal care assistant. These are all terms that literally mean the same thing, caregiver. We offer weekly pay. You can set up direct deposit if that's what you prefer. We offer paid vacation time once you're eligible, obviously. We pay for holidays. We pay time and a half for overtime. I was surprised to hear that not all home health cares pay that. So I wanted to make sure I made note of that. After a year, we also offer 401k. So it's not just a job that's, you know, that isn't backed with benefits. That is something that we offer. It's also an opportunity for you to create your own schedule. A lot of our home health aides may work full-time in a facility and they want to supplement their income, whether it's for a short period of time through the holidays. So it's a schedule that you can build. A lot of our clients have different needs, different times of the day. So I just wanted to make note of that as well. A lot of our clients are, as I mentioned before, senior citizens, but we work very closely with the Veteran Affairs Office. So we service a lot of veterans. We also hire veterans, people that are retired. And again, they are natural nurturers and they want to do something rewarding and help out in the community. And that's a great way to do so. I'm also, if you can go to the next slide, I promise I won't stay long. If you're interested, whether it's, you know, to talk to me about getting care for someone that you love, or if you need care for yourself and you want to just chat to kind of understand whether or not that's something that you may be eligible for, I'm there. We also have Laura, who is our Director of Client Relations in the office. She's more than happy to speak with you to see if there's something that we can do to help you out. All of my contact information is on this slide. I am always available. I meet all of our caregivers, if I possibly, I would say about 80% of our caregivers in person. I'm a huge community advocate as well, and I take pride in getting people jobs. And I'm on a personal mission to employ everyone I possibly can. I do believe that it gives you, it increases your self-esteem, and it allows you to kind of obtain that self-worth. So again, I won't stay long, but you can find me on CareerLink, ZipRecruiter, Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We're on Indeed, Hireology. I will take resumes personally. You can contact me at 610-524-1954, or you can shoot me an email. I'll be happy to talk with you. Again, I don't want anyone to feel intimidated that you don't have experience. I have hired people who have taken care of their grandparents for years, and they've obtained skills that some of our certified caregivers don't have necessarily. So I really just want to kind of stress that. Don't feel intimidated that you aren't qualified to do this job. A lot of us are caregivers at heart naturally. So just give me a call. We can talk through the skills that you have utilized, taking care of your loved ones, your family members, and I may be able to find a good fit for you. Like I mentioned before, we have clients in Philadelphia, Delaware County, Chester County. It doesn't matter if you have a car. You don't have to have a driver's license, because we really take pride in making sure we align you with the right client. So again, G. Lamar, Seth, and the entire office, you guys are really, really great, and I'm truly grateful to be here. I will support this initiative as long as it exists, and I'm just happy to be here. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions.
Thank you so much, Jackie. And just hearing you present reminded me and our team of why we launched this hub September of last year. And so you and your team have been a part of this since the beginning, and we appreciate your commitment to not only going to work each day because it's your job, but really being committed to those who are in need. And so thank you for all the work that you do. And please send our greetings to your team.
Thank you.
Our next presenter today is the City of Philadelphia's Human Resources Office. Nathan Vader will be presenting. Your slides up on the screen. Just unmute yourself, and glad to have you on.
Hello, thank you for having me on. I do want to thank the Philadelphia's District Attorney's Office for giving me the opportunity to talk about this. I am from the Office of Human Resources with the City of Philadelphia. And right now we have a lot of different employment opportunities that are available on our website. These are long-term jobs with good benefits and 11 paid holidays and lots of opportunity for time off and for sick leave when you need it. If you go to the next slide, please. These are some of the positions that we have available right now. That means they're open right now for you to apply to. And there I have next to each one the date when the job closes and also the expected salary for the position. The ones that I have in red are going to actually close tomorrow, after tomorrow. So if either of those pique your interest, then just make sure that you get your application in soon. A couple of words of advice. When you apply for one of these positions, just make sure that you read the instructions carefully and that you include all of the materials that we ask you to. We do look carefully at all of our applications. If you include a detailed resume, then we'll be able to look at your work experience. And if you qualify for the position, if you meet those minimum requirements, we will consider you for the position and you will have an opportunity to present yourself for that. We are one of the biggest employers in southeastern Pennsylvania, and we have jobs not just in these specific positions, but in all kinds of different fields, skilled trades, medical professional jobs, public safety officers, administrators, professionals, and laborers. No matter where you are, that's we do announce positions that fit where you are. And so if you're interested, but none of these positions are going to work out for you, that's fine. I would recommend checking out our website periodically. We do announce new positions every 2 weeks. And just make sure that you apply to anything that you think you might qualify for. So if you can go to the next slide, please. So like we said, my name is Nathan Vader Wise, and you can contact me at that email address if you have any questions. I am one of the people that actually looks at applications and resumes and that sort of thing. So if you have any questions about how that process works or what we're looking for or different things like that, I'm a pretty good resource for that. And someone else you can contact is Julia Jackson, who also works in my office. So thank you so much for hearing me out. Philadelphia is a great city, and no matter what professional field you're interested in, We'd love to put you to work for this place that we love so much. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Nathan, and please send our greetings to Valerie Hosendorf, our good friend over at the City of Philadelphia.
I'll be sure to do that.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is one of our an employer who's been with us since day one, Kelly Services, Carmen Coleman. Glad to have you on.
It's good to be here, and thank you for the invitation. So I want to go ahead and get started. I'll try to kind of piggyback a little bit off of Ms. Robinson. She actually is with the School District of Philadelphia, and we are actually staffing the Philadelphia School District with their substitutes. If you could actually move to the next slide. Okay, so Kelly Education, we've been around for 75 plus years now. And, we actually, staff over 3.2 million, classrooms a year, whether now it's virtually or it's been more virtual than anything else over the past few months. But anyway, yeah, so really nice company to work for. I'm really happy here. Most of our talent, they're really happy here as well. We have over 8,655 school partners and over 1,265 school programs or districts to date. We handle over 36,665 absences a year. Great company to work for. So that's just a little bit about us. If you could just move on to the next slide, that's good. So what we're hiring for today are substitute teachers. And that minimum requirement for the substitute teachers is the bachelor's degree. For the classroom assistant, the SSA, special ed, and all those teacher assistant positions, you either need to have 60 college credits or pass the highly qualified exam in addition to having a high school education. We are also looking to staff the school nurses. We have quite a few of those open and available right now. As Ms. Robinson said, we are looking to go hybrid in about 2 weeks, so there will be in-class instruction coming soon. If you can move on to the next slide. We're also hiring for food service and student climate staff and the school secretary. Those positions are also minimally a high school diploma, and we do provide a lot of training. So if you don't have, any experience in these areas, even the substitute teacher, we do provide classroom management training. So there's a lot of training here. The only thing about the school nurses, you do have to be a registered nurse, and all your certifications have to be up to date. So I wanted to touch on that as well. Those are basically the requirements for the positions. I will also try to add in the notes my contact information for anyone who is interested as well. Here, as you see up here, you have my contact information, my number, my email address. I'm also going to try to put in the notes the website to apply. I can give that to you right now as well. That website is www.teachkidsnow.com. You guys can feel free to apply or reach out to me with any questions or concerns. And I think that's basically it. If you have any other questions or concerns, do feel free to reach out. And thank you again, G. Lamar.
Thank you, Carmen, and appreciate all that you do. We look forward to seeing you next month. Our next presenter, absolutely. Our next presenter, before we go to our next presenter, we're glad today. Just before we move on to our next presenter, I apologize about that. Just before we move on to our next presenter, we have with us today Philadelphia activist Melissa Robbins. Melissa, so glad to have you on today. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am driving back from Harrisburg, so you'll have to forgive me. I am in my car, but I just want to say thank you to Seth and, of course, G. Lamar Stewart and the District Attorney's Office for making this space possible. As G. Lamar said, this did not exist prior to September of last year, and quite frankly, I think it's amazing that the District Attorney's Office is doing what they can to assure that people get access to well-paid positions with good benefits. And I think the most important thing is getting people jobs that, as Jackie said, that gives you dignity and respect, and you feel good about what you're doing. But as a veteran of the United States Army, I just want to tell you, success is a journey. Success is a journey. You don't arrive at success. It's ups and it's downs, it's successes, it's wins, it's loses. But I say to you to stay encouraged, because I too, as a veteran, I've been in positions where I thought I had enough education, and then I read through the job description and some of the terminology I found to be intimidating, and I felt like maybe it wasn't for me. But I urge you all today to challenge yourself. And I know a lot of times you need to see someone that's close to you or maybe in your immediate circle who's doing it or has done it, and that encourages you. But I encourage you to find your peace and be determined, because if it's one thing that I know is when you yourself make up your mind that you want to do something, absolutely nobody can stop you but you, regardless of how challenging it may be. And sometimes, unfortunately, some people in our lives discourage us. But you have to determine what you want for the rest of your life. And I say to you, it is never too late. When you decide what you want to do, surround yourself with like-minded individuals, look around for those resources, and you never know. Oprah said it best, and I followed this all of my life. If you prepare and you stay prepared, when opportunity crosses your path and you combine your preparation with that opportunity, you will be successful. Remember, be prepared to receive your opportunities, because your opportunities will come. All that you have to do is just stay at it. You may start out as a certified nurse's assistant, but if you're determined to be a helper and a healer, you never know what opportunities will come along that will provide you an opportunity to get your bachelor's of science in nursing, or become a registered nurse, or go on to become a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant. You can go on. You get to determine your own journey. You get to determine where you begin and where you end. That is clearly up to you. So find your peace, protect your peace, make up your mind what you want to do with your life, and pursue it. And pursue it relentlessly. And most important, believe in yourself, because you'll have naysayers that will come and go. But what matters is what you say. So as a veteran, even if you have a general under honorable conditions or other, move forward. Don't let anything stop you. There's always barriers out there that tell us what we can't do. But I urge you to find a way over, under, or around those barriers. And remember, full steam ahead. Thank you all for having me. It's an honor to come on this call and encourage you guys, because I too have been there. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're sleeping in someone's basement. That is temporary. That is not your forever.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Safe travels back to Philly from Harrisburg. Holler at me when you get back. Our next presenter is Steve from America Works. So glad to have you on again, Steve.
Thank you very, very much. Yeah, it looks like I popped out, but I'm going to go ahead and close out and say thank you all for having me, and I wish you all well.
Thank you.
Hi,
hey, Steve.
hi.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Thank you, G. Lamar, and thank you, Seth. I definitely appreciate this opportunity. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well, staying safe. I am Steve Oskey. I'm an account executive with America Works of Pennsylvania. As you'll see on the slide, America Works is part of the employment network of the Social Security Administration's Ticket to Work program, which means if you're between the ages of 18 and 64, and if you're receiving either SSI or SSDI, that is disability benefits, we may be able to assist you in entering or re-entering the workforce into full-time employment. Program's totally free. You wouldn't pay a cent to have our help with your job searches, nor with the employers that we can facilitate hiring you. So if you'd like to go to the next slide, that would be great. Next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so since 1984, America Works has been helping clients with every aspect of their job searches. We've successfully placed close to 1 million individuals throughout the United States. We have more than 20 offices in 16 states. Our local office is in Center City, Philadelphia, although we're working strictly virtually right now. But our placements have ranged from every level, from entry level to executive positions. They've encompassed multiple industries. So I would love to stress, whatever kinds of positions you're interested in, please, we're very confident we can help you. I've had folks call me from very unusual occupations, people whose backgrounds, employment-wise, I've never worked with before, but we'll do the work we need together to find you opportunities and help you land them. So this is a partial list of the kinds of employment that we've helped people. And again, it's just a partial list. We've got a lot of work from home and call center jobs now. There's one Center City company that is over 100 openings right now for call center positions. I'd love to speak with you about them. We've helped people with clerical and administrative goals, medical, healthcare, hospital positions, both the kinds that you need medical training and background for, and those that you don't, like dietary or environmental services. We've got several security companies that have hired people from our program. We've helped people get into retail, supermarkets, big box retailers. Some of the folks that have been on Seth and G. Lamar's virtual job fairs are employment partners of ours that we cherish. We've helped people in the food and beverage industry. We've helped hotel housekeepers. So again, I do want to stress, whatever kind of employment you're looking for, we would love to be able to help you. Okay, so the next slide is fine. You're actually on the right slide right now. So we help with every single aspect of the job search. We help people with resume preparation. We do referrals for food, housing, mental health services. We help you prepare for interviews. I'll send you some sample job interview questions. I'll do a preparation or a mock interview with you before your interview. We can do several until you're comfortable. We've got relationships with hundreds and hundreds of employers in Philadelphia and South Jersey. So again, whatever industry you're interested in, love to hear from you. Once you get the job, we do our best to eliminate any problems or obstacles. If your childcare situation changes, if your transportation situation changes, we don't want you to go through that alone. I can speak with you. I can speak with the employers. We offer gas cards, SEPTA tickets. We have bonus incentives. And one of the best things that we do, even folks that are currently employed but are receiving SSI or SSDI, we have a certified benefits counselor named Kinder Carr that can help you with all of the aspects of your relationship with the Social Security Administration. If you get a letter from SSA, Social Security Administration, saying that you were overpaid, she can help you with that. If you need to find out how your benefits are going to be affected and when, we can help you with that as well. Okay, so finally, my colleague Latasha Washington is our Ticket to Work specialist. She's fully trained in those issues. She can speak with you about what we do in our program at greater length. She can answer all your questions about enrolling. She can look up through your Social Security number whether your ticket, it's called, can be assigned to us. So, you guys can get in touch with me, Steve Oskey, or with Latasha Washington. We'll be very happy to help you. So again, that's the extent of my presentation for now, but I'd love to hear from anyone. If you're between 18 and 64, receiving SSI or SSDI, or know someone who is, we would love to hear from you and discuss our free program. Thanks, G. Lamar and Seth. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate all your work, buddy. Our next presenter is Clarify, Karen Hassett. Good to see you.
There you go. You'll see me now. Thank you so much, G. Lamar and Seth, for having me. I'm Karen Hassett. I'm the Financial Education Manager at Clarify. Clarify is a financial counseling agency in the Philadelphia area. And at Clarify, we believe that pathways to financial wellness should be accessible to everyone. Our mission is to empower individuals to achieve financial resilience and positively impact their communities. In fact, over the past 54 years, Clarify has assisted over 750,000 individuals and families on their path to financial resiliency. Next slide, please. Great, thank you so much. So clarify, we are a service agency, so I'm not going to talk about jobs today, but we're a Philadelphia-based nonprofit. We operate in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. And as I said, we started over 50 years ago as a credit counseling agency. And today we're just really focused on empowering individuals and families to make informed financial decisions as they navigate life stages. And how do we do this? We have one-on-one counseling appointments where we help our clients identify financial priorities and set goals. Like, for example, maybe you want to pay down debt, or maybe you want to improve your credit score, or maybe even getting ready for that American dream, buying a house, or preventing foreclosure if that's, or eviction, if that's unfortunately where we are today. During this pandemic, that it has become a real issue. During that appointment, counselors will do a deep dive into financials, including credit score, credit report, and budget, and then really talk to you about how to, what is your financial goal and how do we get there? And what's even more wonderful about that, it is 100% free to the community. And I have information on my last slide, which will tell you how to get a hold of us. We also do financial wellness workshops. So if there are any community organizations that are here, we absolutely can do that for you. Right now, everything is virtual, but I'd be happy to talk to you about that. And the last thing I'm just going to mention is we also run boot camps several times a year. In fact, we'll have one which is home ownership, that'll start in the beginning of 2021. And all that is, it's a combination of one-on-one counseling, education, and then we pair you up with an accountability coach. And again, this is all free to the community. And as I said, there are some requirements. You have to participate in the workshops and also counseling, as well as meet with your coach at least once a month. And again, I said it's free. We also administer some programs, our family self-sufficiency program, and that is HUD designed to decrease dependence on public assistance while increasing assets. Give us a call if that's something you think is applicable to you. Sorry about that. We also, if you own a home in Philadelphia, we are also administering the Restore, Repair, Renew program, which really helps Philadelphians preserve their homes with a 10-year low interest loan. And then also we are involved with CareerLink. We do workforce development as well as financial health component. The last slide, please. Thanks so much. So you can see here, this is what our counselors can help you with. You don't have to be in crisis, but you just want to get back on the road of financial wellness, financial resiliency. Again, everything is free. To set up a counseling appointment, you can call that 1-800 number. It's 989-2227, or set up an account at myclarify.org, and you can set up your appointment virtually. Then also just check out our website, clarify.org. We have listing of webinars that we're offering, workshop topics if you would like us to come to your organization, as well as links to resources and all the, a lot more information about the programs I just mentioned. So I want to thank you for having me and enjoy the rest of your day. And please, everybody stay well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Always good to see you.
Me too.
Absolutely. Our next presenter is the Philadelphia Inquirer. Today we have Ivan Sample.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us today, G. Lamar. We're happy to be here, and good afternoon, everyone. Hi, my name is Ivan Sample. I'm People and Culture Manager at the Philadelphia Inquirer. And just a little information about the Inquirer. You may have heard of us before. We are the third oldest continuous operating daily newspaper in the country and the largest for-profit U.S. newspaper organized under nonprofit ownership. We've been around for 191 years. We are an iconic organization with 23 Pulitzer Prizes, with our newsroom located in Center City, Philadelphia, and our printing plant at Conshohocken. We are a public benefit corporation providing essential news and information for the Philadelphia region and beyond. Working at the Philadelphia Inquirer opens up an incredible opportunity to grow, decide, and learn from the highly accomplished team that's responsible for keeping its legacy on local journalism alive. We're both digital and print, investing heavily in our digital future. What is really cool about working for the Philadelphia Inquirer is that there is a certain passion that is shared across the entire organization, uniting all the many people it takes to bring the news to the page, screen, and beyond. It's a chance to invent, imagine, and build completely new digital products, platforms, and visual methods of storytelling. Being part of an organization where everyone, no matter what your role you play at the company, is driven by the same mission, which is to get our journalism out to the people of Philadelphia in a way that they want to receive it. It is such a cool and unique experience. We have several roles that we're recruiting for. I will not talk about the journalism and business openings today, but I will talk about 3 others. If these are not a perfect fit for you right now, and you are interested in being a part of the Philadelphia Inquirer team, I recommend going to our careers page, which is inquirer.com/careers, and apply to our general application. This will allow us to keep your resume on file for future opportunities. The first position is our route sales driver. The responsibility of our route sales drivers is to deliver our publications printed that day. Our drivers ensure that our products are properly placed in merchandise in stores and that the prior day's paper are retrieved and returned for credit. This person will drive one of our newspaper vans to our customers that buy our paper in bulk for light convenience stores, etc., and is a part-time position. Our second position is a newspaper carrier. Our printing and distribution is a fast operation and is open 24 hours and 7 days a week. Contractors in this role play an integral part of the operation as frontline contractors. The newspaper carrier will support the distribution of newspapers to home delivery subscribers. This role is a part-time independent contractor position where you own the same route every day, and it's very early mornings for about 1 to 3 hours, depending on the size of the route you have. There's a ton of room for growth if you prove yourself to be reliable, hardworking, and you must own your own car for this role. And lastly, we have an independent part-time delivery assistant position, and the delivery assistant will support the distribution of newspapers to home delivery subscribers. The position will assist in warehouse setup duties and orientation of new carriers. In addition, the candidate should be customer service oriented, able to work in a team environment and be self-motivated. As I mentioned earlier, if none of these opportunities are a fit, but you still want to be a part of the team, head to inquirer.com/careers and apply to our general application. If you have any questions, please feel free to email careers@inquirer.com. Thanks so much for having us today. Thank you.
Mr. Sample, it was great having you as well, and thank you for all that you do. Just before we go to our next presenter, we have a greeting today coming from our very own Philadelphia District Attorney, Larry Krasner. Glad to have you, sir.
How are we doing today, Philadelphia? It's wonderful to see all of you. I am so excited to hear that there are watch parties going on, and they're not all for the election. Some of them are for other things that are so important in all of your lives and our lives: employment, services, all the things that we need to do to help lift people up, whether they are victims or they are people who may be in a dangerous place in life who can benefit from what can be offered. We are dedicated to continuing to do this one-stop hub, even if we have to do it virtually and for as long as we have to do it. We've seen such a wonderful response. This connection of people who want to help others and others who need that help, I think is absolutely tremendous. As far as I'm concerned, this is crime prevention. This is healing society. This is bringing people together in ways that are truly meaningful. And when we go down this road towards serving victims, serving survivors, preventing crime, providing pathways for people not to go down the wrong way, I think we're going to get pretty far. So thank you to all of the providers who are here to offer different types of opportunities and services. And thank you for all of you who have decided to get this information to see whether you can lift yourself or someone else up with this information. We are with you every step of the way, even on a busy day like this, when we're about to find out what happens in a national presidential election. We're with you every step of the way. And thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, DA Krasner, and thank you for all that you do for our city. Our next presenter is Urban Affairs Coalition Ivory Scott, glad to have you on, and your slides are up on the screen.
Thank you, G. Lamar. It's great to see you. And thank you for inviting us again. Good afternoon, everyone. As G. Lamar said, my name is Ivory Scott, and I am the Human Resources Intern at the Urban Affairs Coalition. UAC is a nonprofit organization that provides professional and supportive services that enhance organizational operations to its 80+ nonprofit partners so they can focus on their mission delivery and bold new initiatives. Having 80+ program partners, there's many job opportunities at the Urban Affairs Coalition. Our postings range from residential aid, safety liaisons, security guards, CCIP advocates, operation managers. I do want to highlight the HR business partner this month, and I also want to highlight our COVID temporarily housing screeners. Though the position title does say temporary, they are salary full-time positions with benefits. I also want to acknowledge that our employment classifications at the Urban Affairs Coalitions are full-time, part-time, seasonal, and temporary. And our hourly wages start at $13.75 an hour. And those are all of our programs that are hiring currently. So we have SELF, Yo ACAP, Colors, ARC, ODAT, the Department of Public Health and their Contact Tracing Division, Reading, Willing, and Able, and Center for Hope. This month, I do want to acknowledge the Philadelphia Anti-Drug, Anti-Violence Network, also known as PAN. They promote community safety through services that reduce drug abuse and violence, as well as help at-risk youth develop positive alternatives that will return them to the mainstream of society. PAN's been around since 1989 and has utilized its expertise to meet these objectives through street-based community outreach and intervention programs. So if you are interested in any of our job opportunities here at the Urban Affairs Coalition and our program partners, please contact me at, my phone number is 215-851-1772. And the best way to reach me is by email, which is iscott@uac.org. And if you send me your resume, please check out our job opportunities tab on our website at www.uac.org and let me know which job you are interested in. That way I can work with you personally and find your fit at the Urban Affairs Coalition. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And always glad to see you, Ivory Scott. Please send our hellos to the room.
Will do.
Our next presenter is from the Department of Revenue, Miss Vicki Riley. Good to see you, Miss Vicki.
Hello, good to see you too, and good to see everyone else.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Hope you all are doing good. This is an exciting day in the city of Philadelphia, man.
You know that's right. You know it's right.
So I'm going to be very brief here this evening, but thank you again for having me. Just always appreciate that you give me a platform by which I can just inform the residents of Philadelphia of what's going on, particularly regarding the real estate taxes that are due to the city of Philadelphia. We're just about to enter the 2021 real estate tax season. So real estate tax bills will be mailed out soon. We advise anyone, if you haven't received one by January 15th, to please give us a call. And with all of that, of course, whenever these things happen, people always have questions. So a couple of things I just want everyone to be aware of, that for homestead exemption, which is how you can save $629 on real estate tax bill just by owning a home and living in it. We are still accepting applications for that particular program. So if you know someone who's purchased a home recently, please let them know about homestead exemption so that they can get that discount as soon as possible. Also, that has now opened is the senior tax freeze program. This is for persons who are 65 or older. And what it does is that the year that they are approved for this program, their taxes are frozen so that they will never go up. So again, now that program is open. We're encouraging persons to apply for that. And now, because we're about to enter real estate tax season is the installment program is now opening up. And that's for low-income persons who want to pay, low-income persons and everybody over the age of 65, if they want to pay their real estate taxes on a monthly basis, they can do so because of the installment program. So those programs are open and available to persons now. Regarding water, the water department has extended its shutoffs until April the 1st. So if you're someone who may have an outstanding bill, no shutoffs until April the 1st. But we don't want people to wait until April the 1st to get assistance. We want them to contact the water department and get into one of their assistance programs. Even if you may be a household where the income generally would knock you out of being assistance, but because there are so many people who have lost their jobs because of the pandemic, we do have a hardship program for those individuals whereby they can still apply for assistance with their water bill. So the other thing is, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about is that if someone needs to come into the office or they want to come into the office to do an in-person payment, they must make an appointment. The Municipal Services Building is still closed to the general public. However, we are accepting appointments to sit with someone in our department, or if you would like to pay on your water or your taxes. If you have any questions, whether it's real estate or business taxes, our call center is open. And let me just give you that telephone number, and I'm going to put it in the chat. And it's 215-686-6442 for property taxes. If it's for business taxes, 215-686-6600. And if it's for water, 215-685-6300. Or you can email us at revenue@fuller.gov. If it's water, WRB helpdesk@fuller.gov. Or if you prefer, if you have a question or having a problem, you can contact me. And there's my email address there also. We're all here waiting and to help our residents in any way that we can. So please just know that if there's ever a time where you cannot pay either your real estate taxes or your business taxes, please always contact us. We are here to help you. And if you would, follow us on social media. Particularly, we have a YouTube channel, and we have all types of how-to videos on our YouTube channel. So as always, it's great to talk to all of you. Thank you, Lamar. Thank you, Sam. And may everyone just be safe and let's celebrate tonight. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Miss Vicky, you know, One Stop isn't One Stop without you. You are a permanent fixture here at One Stop. We're gonna just introduce you as Auntie, okay? You are
okay,
Auntie.
I would accept that. I would think that to be an honor and a privilege.
All right, ma'am. So,
okay.
So glad to hear from you. Be safe out there.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right. Year Up is our next presenter. Drew, always glad to have you on, buddy.
Thank you. You know what? I knew that was going to happen. I was going to have to follow Miss Vicky, and that's a tough act to follow. So, all right. Well, G. Lamar, Seth, District Attorney's Office, thank you so much for having us again. Very glad to be here. My name is Drew Adair. I am the enrollment manager for Year Up Greater Philadelphia. And we are a corporate-focused workforce development program. What we really do is to empower young adults ages 18 to 30 to move from minimum wage jobs to meaningful careers at top companies in less than 1 year. And what I want to focus on very quickly is how our program has now changed. Year Up, as the name suggests, used to be a full year program here in Philadelphia. It is around the rest of the country with one other exception, where it was phase 1 was learning and development, phase 2 was the work immersion or internship phase being matched with a top company. We are still following that model for the most part, but we have now, in speaking with our corporate partners and our alums, we have now made this a more streamlined program that is now 7 months long, with the first phase being 3 months, learning and development, the second phase being 4 months, and that is the full-time internship or work immersion. We also made the change to expand the age upper limit to age 30. It used to be only 24. And we made these changes, actually, interestingly enough, at the same time that we were looking at making this a more virtual program, just as the COVID crisis started in March. And so one of the things that's been very exciting for us to see is how, with the classes that entered and started in February and March, we have been very, very successful with doing this program virtually, including those who have been in internships now matched with companies such as Amazon, JP Morgan Chase, Merck, Prudential, Wells Fargo Bank. 80% of those young people are doing their internships virtually, and about 20% of them are able to work in their workspaces safely. But we equip talented, motivated young adults with the skills and experience and support to launch professional careers in either one of two areas, business operations or information technology. And in fact, in our business operations, that actually splits off into financial operations as well. Our employed graduates earn an average of $42,000 a year, and 90% of our graduates are either employed or are working with us to get back into or into for the first time higher education, into college positions within 4 months of graduating from our program. All right, next slide, please. All right, so the program model is 3 phases. I see, oh, somehow the first 2 didn't show up on here. That's, I apologize for that. But essentially, phase 1 is learning and development. That's the academic training as well as the professional skills training. And that is for that first 3 months. It is now in this new version of our program, this 7-month version of our program. It is a part-time, exclusively virtual online, with the exception, when it is safe, of a couple of meetings, essentially 1 per month, where the entire class will come together. And then phase 2 is 4 months, full-time immersion, work immersion internship with one of the companies that those young people are matched with. Now, we also have phase 3 for our graduates, which is an ongoing support network and resources network for both career and higher education, including possibilities for scholarships to college and ongoing work with our corporate mentors in terms of networking skills, et cetera. So that continues regardless of how long you have been with Europe. So whether you just graduated last week from Europe, or it's been 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. When you are with Europe, you stay with Europe throughout your entire career at your choice. We are very well known for our support of our young adults, including issues such as housing issues, childcare issues, immigration issues, any of those areas where people need support. We begin that process even before people start the classes. All right. We can go to the next slide then. All right, so my contact information is either phone 215-253-5544 or email aadair@europe.org. I would also like to suggest that you go to the main website, yearup.org, and that will give you plenty of information to just sort of go through, get to learn a little bit more about the program, as well as going to YouTube. There are several dozen videos on YouTube that are about Europe and the program itself. Some are directly from alums, some are directly from the organization itself. One of them even includes a former president in DC stopping by the DC offices to really promote that program. And so we are very excited to be part of helping young Philadelphians move forward, move into top careers at top companies. Any questions anyone has, please feel free to get a hold of me, phone or email at any time, and I will be happy to work with you. And once again, G. Lamar and Seth in the DA's office, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Drew, and have a safe week, buddy.
You too.
Our next presenter, and we're almost done, folks. If you can hang in with us, we have actually 3 more presenters and we'll get out of here. Our next presenter is Pennsylvania State Police, Trooper Chin. Always glad to have you on, sir. You're muted, Troop.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank DA's office for the opportunity. We are currently hiring for the Academy class of 2023 at the moment. The application is currently open. Please move on to next slide. The current, I'll start with the current starting salary is $63,364 as of 2020 July 1st. It is expected that would change next year around the same time. Includes full medical benefit, including dependents up to age 26. Our selection process includes written examination or interview, polygraph, background investigation, physical fitness test, medical review, and psychological evaluation. Now we expect the rest of the entire selection process to last next couple of years. Let's see. Next slide, please. Once applicant is appointed to be a trooper, we have additional career opportunities for troopers once they have served up to 3 years on the job. And I've listed the sample opportunities. I was told we had approximately 150 specialized positions for troopers. And our academy training is approximately 28 weeks long. It's a residential training, which means applicant will have to live at the academy for the entire duration. They will have opportunity to go home every other weekend based on the performance of the training. Next slide, please. And here's my contact information. Should anyone have additional questions, please give me a call at 717-614-7958. My phone is always on, so please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next presenter, second to last, is Katie from Philly Coalition Against Hunger. Are you there, Katie? I need you to unmute yourself.
Thank you. All right. Can you hear me now? Perfect.
Loud and clear.
Perfect. All right. So I am Katie, and I am the community educator at the Greater Philadelphia Coalition Against Hunger. And today I'm just going to be telling you all about some of the resources that we provide for the community. And those are over on the next slide, if we can skip ahead. All right, so the resources that we provide fall into 3 buckets, and those are the orange circles up at the top. So the first bucket is immediate relief, and for us, that is food pantries and soup kitchens. So we help connect community members to food pantries and soup kitchens to make sure that they're always able to get that food or get those meals that they need when they need them. And we do this through food pantry maps. It can be really hard to keep track of all of that information in your head, to know what food pantries are open, if they require an ID, if they only serve certain zip codes. It can be a lot to remember yourself. And so we host several food pantry maps that give you all of that information. But we know that not everybody has access to a computer and not everybody's comfortable surfing the internet. And so we also provide that service via our pantry hotline. So if you are someone who's looking for a food pantry or soup kitchen, doesn't want to deal with those food pantry maps that I just mentioned, you can give us a call and one of our volunteers or staff members will talk with you and make sure that you have all of the information that you need to access a food pantry or soup kitchen, including where it is, when it's open, and if you need any special documents to be served. The second bucket is short-term relief, and for us, that means SNAP or food stamp enrollment. Now, if anybody has any experience with SNAP applications, you might know that they are kind of complicated, they're pretty long, and there's not a lot of guidance if you have questions. But we don't expect everybody in the community to be experts on SNAP. That's where we come in. We are the experts on SNAP, and we can help our clients do applications for SNAP over the phone. If you give us a call on our SNAP hotline, you will be paired with a SNAP counselor, and this is going to be someone who fills out hundreds of applications a month and can answer any question that you have about your own situation. You'll do that over the phone with them. You will electronically sign the application and you'll get that in. So just that little bit of extra support that you might need to apply for SNAP. But we don't end there. The other service that we provide is very important, and that is case management and follow-up. While we wish the system worked perfectly, unfortunately, we know sometimes there are errors. So if you are incorrectly denied benefits, or you receive the wrong benefit amount, or there's any sort of problem with your case, we can provide case management. We can help you to call the appropriate parties, and we will advocate on your behalf until whatever the issue was is resolved. We really want to make sure that every single Philadelphian who qualifies for SNAP benefits gets those benefits. And then finally, our last bucket is long-term relief, and this is where our policy center comes in. While our other resources are great, we know that nothing is going to change unless we are advocating for responsible solutions to end hunger, really getting at that root cause. And there are two ways that you can get connected with our advocacy work. Number one is our advocacy alerts. When something is wrong, we will tell you what's going on at the local, state, or federal level, and we will give you an action item, maybe calling your senator or signing a petition. And we will let you know how you can make a difference. The second resource is we send out a weekly Friday email with COVID-19 updates. Now, that may seem very often for you to be getting emails, but I promise you right now in the anti-hunger world, things are changing week to week. So it's really helpful to be clued into that weekly update resource. You can learn about anything that's changing with your benefits or other anti-hunger programs. So how do you get in touch with us? I have all of that information right here. First, I have our SNAP and Food Pantry hotline number. That number right there is the number that you're going to call both for the over the phone SNAP applications as well as for the over the phone pantry referrals. I also have 2 pantry maps that we are promoting. They are up to date through the COVID pandemic, so both great resource, and that's going to be the City of Philadelphia food map as well as Community Resource Connects. And then finally, I'm going to direct you all to our website, hungercoalition.org, and that is where you can sign up for those advocacy alerts as well as those weekly emails. So if any of you have questions, please feel free to reach out either to me directly or give our SNAP hotline a call. And thanks as always for having me.
Thank you, Katie, for your presentation, and thank you for your patience. Last but not least, one of our faithful partners, PA Career Link. I think we have Tiffany Peacock and Scott O'Hara, both presenting today. Your slides are up.
Good evening. Thank you very much. My name is Scott O'Hara. I'm a business service representative with Career Link in Philadelphia. Like you said, I'm joined with Tiffany Peacock from our Raintree Partnerships team. Thank you all for having us on. It's great to be a part of this every month and be able to talk about what Career Link offers and how we're able to help the community. We're the one-stop hub for job seekers in the city and throughout the state. We're currently conducting business virtually, but we are still servicing clients and employers. And most importantly, all of our services are government funded, so there's no cost to job seekers or employers. Next slide, please. So what we do is two-pronged. We help job seekers with job search assistance, resume building, interview prep. We have access to hundreds of employers and thousands of job opportunities in the Philadelphia area. Specifically right now, areas of high need are manufacturers and distributors and retailers, and especially in the healthcare industry. For job seekers, we can provide invites to interviews and recruitment events. We can also give you more information about different training programs and funding for that. For employers, on the flip side, we have access to a large and diverse pool of applicants. There's pre-screening of interested individuals, so that saves you time and money in your process. And we can set up and coordinate interviews and recruitment events. We're currently hosting a lot of different virtual forums for those. We also have access to funding for on-the-job training, apprenticeships, and other initiatives. If you have any questions and you're a job seeker, please call 1-833-750-JOBS, and they'll put you in person with a hotline. And if you're an employer and you need additional assistance, please email Wesley Garris. He's the Business Services Engagement Team Lead at wgarris@pacareerlinkphl.org, or you can call him at 267-703-0909. And with that, I want to pass it off to Tiffany. She can talk about our reentry partnerships.
Hello, 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 and happy Thursday. As G. Lamar said, we are last but certainly not least. Thanks again to the DA's office, G. Lamar and his entire staff for having us. I am Tiffany Peacock, the reentry employment specialist at the CareerLink locations. I, along with Winter Jones, Maddie Nazinski, and Rebecca, who is our most recently hired person, and Kobe is our leader here. You'll see that at the end of the presentation. And essentially, what we offer are reentry services. I think that you don't get any better service per se, because I think the city of Philadelphia has a fantastic group of folks that are serving the reentry population. But what you will get is some specialized reentry services as you work with us. Me and the rest of the team have an amazing insight and knowledge of barriers, obstacles, and backgrounds as far as loss concern. I have worked in probation and parole, etc. So I have kind of a different bird's eye view for what clients deal with while incarcerated, while on probation and parole, or some other types of home incarceration, as well as dealing with clients on the outside. We connect those clients with second chance employers, and our services are not only employment based, but we connect folks to other resources that we have. Some of the great folks that have gone before this presentation this evening, we connect you with those if you don't quite know where to go. Our goal, essentially working with you guys and other clients, is to get clients to where they think they want to be, and then we assist them in getting them to a place to go beyond there. We want to make sure that we are approaching this from a holistic point of view. We want to talk about what your sociogenic needs are, what your criminogenic needs are, and then we want to make sure that you are the absolute best candidate for the job when we are presenting you with opportunities. Next slide, please. So just to piggyback on that first one, we are, like I said, a holistic approach. So we do resumes, we do one-on-ones, we do mock interviews. Our next workshop is going to be on November the 19th at 2 p.m. and that's how to land a job with a criminal background. It's essentially going to tell you how you can work one-on-one with the names that you see on our screen here. You can reach out to any of us via the email addresses that you have. In addition to that, you can reach out via the phone numbers. Again, I'm Tiffany Peacock. My contact number is 267-209-0726. I'm available via email and phone. And then we just want to thank you again, most importantly, to the community-based organizations where we're having the watch parties, because they are really, really key and instrumental in connecting us, especially with those clients that are criminal justice impacted. So if you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. We look very much forward to getting you back into the communities and employed. Thanks so much.
Well, folks, that's One Stop Job and Resource Hub for the month of November 2020. I want to thank all of our presenters, employers, and social service providers. And of course, to our job and resource seekers. I want you to know many of the employers actually stayed on even well past their presentation. And we appreciate their work and their commitment to providing these resources to residents throughout the city of Philadelphia. I also want to, once again, if you tuned on late and you did not hear, for the first time for our virtual One Stop Hub, which takes place every first Thursday of the month from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., But this month was the first time that we partnered with faith institutions throughout the city of Philadelphia to make sure those who may not have had access to the internet still would be able to have access to these resources. And so I want to thank Dare to Imagine Church, the Felton Street Fellowship Baptist Church, New Kingdom Baptist Church, Firm Hope Baptist Church, Love Zion Baptist Church, and Yesha Ministries Worship Center for opening up your door, still applying your COVID restrictions and protocols, I should say, being socially distant in those spaces, but still providing access for those who are in marginalized spaces so that they can have opportunities to these resources. So thank you for all the work that you all do each and every day. I want to say to Career Link, this month you were last but not least. Next month you'll be first and not last. And so we certainly look forward to your partnership. Once again, thank you all. To our job seekers, we hope that you heard something today that was beneficial to you. I'm going to keep talking to give Adriana a chance to put our contact information, or Seth, our contact information, into the chat feature. But we want to hear feedback from you. We have today with us, of course, you see me on the screen, but Seth Myers, who's my special assistant, has been working the slides today and making sure that that we, of course, coordinate with all of our partners each and every month. And this could not be done without my team here at the DA's office. This is definitely a team effort. And of course, Adriana Bearfield, who is one of our community engagement liaisons. She serves in everything north of our city as far as communities, north of the city. So northwest, north, and northeast, as well as east part of the city. And so I want to just thank our team for their hard work for getting these services out to each and every one of you. If you have any feedback or any questions, our information was just put into the chat section. Please email us, please call us with any feedback. We want to hear from you, and each month we're going to bring these services and these resources to you. So thank you so much for you staying tuned or tune in. Please follow us on social media. Our social media handle is Phila DAO on IG, on Facebook, as well as Twitter. You can also search us on YouTube, Philadelphia District Attorney's Office on YouTube. And this presentation, or these presentations today, is being shared or was run live on our YouTube. And so you can go back and you can share this material with family and friends who was not able to tune in today. And so with that being said, thank you so much. Again, on behalf of DA Larry Krasner, our entire senior leadership team here at the DA's office, our entire staff and community engagement, we thank you so much for all that you do as employers and social service providers. And we thank you, Philly family, for sticking in with us. Be safe, everyone. God bless you, and God keep you.